My goal for this year is to reach 6 million in funding, and on this video I will get you an update on the equity that I got last week, on the payouts that I got, and I will also show you a few trades that I've taken so that you can get a little bit more of an insight into what I do and how I trade. As you know, my last update I had 1.4 million in allocation. So now let's start with equity. Last week I got 2 more funded accounts with Aqua Funding, which is a company that I bought challenges a few months ago. They had a 40% discount. The CEO is the same of Blue Guardian, I believe, and Flash Funding. So I thought it was a decent company and the offer was very good, 40% discount. And so I have 2 more funded accounts of 100k each, for a total of 200k more in fundings. Then I also got 2 more funded accounts with the Funded Trader for a total of 475,000 right now with them, which is close to maximum allocation. However, unfortunately, one of the accounts, the big one, the 150, the one that I scaled up twice, is in like, I think a 3% drawdown, which I really want to scale it up even more. But it happens when you trade. That's the risk we all have. But it's fine. It's part of the game, as you know. When you trade, you win and you lose. You just need to win more than what you lose. So that's all for the funded accounts. I got 400,000 more in equity for a total of 1.8 million right now. So that's it for the equity. A total of 400,000 more in equity this week. Keep in mind though that it's not like I traded all phase 1, phase 2 this week. These were old accounts, like I mentioned with Aqua Funding. I bought months ago. TFT also, they were old accounts, and it just happened to pass the phase 2 this week and got the funded accounts. My plan to get to 6 million in funding this year is to start buying 200k challenges. I already mentioned that. I think it would really speed up the process. Like right now, if my accounts were 200k, I would literally have 3.6 millions, being more than halfway to my goal. Then I also have another account in drawdown with Funded Engineer. I already said it was basically dead. Like I had 1% or something left. They will add 1% more in equity, so we'll have 2% more to play with, but it's basically like 91,000. So I will need to make 9k and more. So it's basically done. Before losing 2k, it's basically done. And unfortunately, I will not be able to trade with Funded Engineer anymore because they stopped offering the services to UAE residents and citizens. And what is kind of weird to me is that they didn't even make an official announcement or anything. They simply removed United Arab Emirates from their addresses when you need to buy the challenges, so you cannot buy it. I contacted support and they told me we don't want UAE residents anymore. So I will not be able to trade with them anymore, which is kind of unfortunate, as their maximum allocation I believe was 500k or 600k. It was a decent company, and I need good companies to get to 6 million in fundings, but I will see in future what platform can I choose to get there. Unfortunately, I tried to get a refund into that funded account because I knew there was a huge drawdown. They actually said in their tweet, the CEO, that they would give a refund if you wanted. But now it turns out that they only gives it to phase 1 and phase 2. Before, the CEO was kind of vague. When they write something, it's always better than it actually will turn out to be. So it's kind of annoying, it's like it gives you false hope. As far as payouts go, it was a decent week. I think if I remember correctly, I think I made 2.5 with Funded Next and a little bit more than 1k with the Funded Trader, and another $100 in that 5k account that I got for free. So I only got 4k because a lot of my equity is actually locked through Forex Fund. I cannot trade it. Funded Engineer is in heavy drawdown. Bright Funded first payouts are due in, I think, a week or a few weeks, I don't remember. And the new 400k in equity that I got today, the payout will probably be in 2, 3 or 4 weeks, depending on the plan. But it's still decent money. It's around 4k, so it's fine. All right, so now I'm going to show you some of the trades that I've taken that got me funded, and some of them that got me payouts. So the first trade I've taken, this trade made me pass phase 2, is actually on gold, and it's a buy. It's right here. So let me explain you why I took this trade. We were basically in a bull trend, as you can see. Strong bull trend from down there. Then the bears were kind of getting stronger, right? Up here, You could see pullbacks up here. So bears were getting kind of stronger. And here, we broke the previous low, this low, right? We bought this low with this 30 minus bar right here. The bar kind of closed in the middle, the breakout bar. So it was not a very strong breakout. Next bar is a bull bar, which means the breakout was really weak. Then there was another attempt to break the low, and this push went much lower. A lot of people could have seemed like bears were in control of this market, and that this could have led to a continuation, you know, maybe to test this zone here, around here, right, this area. So they wanted something like this. This bar here was a huge bull bar. In fact, this bar was the strongest in a lot of bars. Like, you can't see any other bull bars this strong in just one bar. Not even this one. Like, this is literally the strongest bar in a while. Here, this is the only other bar this strong, here and down here. So this is a pretty strong bull bar after a failed breakout from the bears. So in a bull or in an overall bull trend. So I'm bullish right now, but I'm not gonna buy just yet. I need a little bit more of confirmation, and I waited for some retracement up here. I bought here. My stop was below this little double bottom here. This trade was slightly a little bit more than a 1-to-1. It was, I think, a 1.3, 1.4. Initially the market went straight into my direction, and then some kind of drawdown straight up, and I took profits there because there was this target here, just a simple trend line, right? And as you can see, that's where I took my profits. A lot of other people did because we had an immediate move down, 16 pips. Eventually it went up. I think it was a fairly high probability trade. And when I mean high probability, I don't mean 70 or 80%. I mean 55 to 60. I think very rarely you can have 65, 70% winner in the market, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, that's the trade who allowed me to pass phase 2, the last trade in my phase 2. And I hope it's clear. Okay, so now the next trade, as you can see, it's the same account. This trade is also similar. We are still in a bull trend. The difference is, wait, let me show you the bull trend. I mean, it's pretty clear here, bull trend. The only difference is that before, if you remember here, I entered on a small retracement. Here instead, I just bought a strong breakout, right? We are at a all-time high in the DAX. As you can see, we've never been at this price. And I just bought here. If I believe my stop was below this bar, again, was slightly more than 1-to-1. My stop was like 25, 26, and target 37. So 1, 2, 3, 1 to 4 again I thought it was a decent probability. If you can see the market, when it broke from this consolidation here, there is also kind of a gap between this bar and the bar before, which means strong bulls. You know, as soon as this bar closed, next one just bought immediately, and that's it. This is just a breakout trade. I think if you're not used to take breakout trades, you shouldn't take them because most breakouts fail. Like, if you watch here, this breakout here or this breakout here, they both kind of failed. I mean, this one you could argue after this. I mean, this one, yeah, the first one you could argue that we never went below the breakout, so it kind of succeeded, but the second definitely failed. We have another breakout here. If you traded this, would have also failed. You need to be kind of careful on trading breakouts. This breakout here also failed. So you need to have a strategy to filter out the bad breakout. As always, I don't have 100% wins for my setups, but I also think this one was like 60% chance it will go up. And it did. Okay, last trade that I'm going to show, it's a loss, and I think you need to show losses because it's part of the game. Nobody wins all the time, so you just need to show them. I bought here euro dollar again. We were in a bull trend, as you can see here. bull trend. Anyway, you have this kind of area here on the left, you know, this little range. Here the market was going up. I thought it was a trend resumption from the bigger trend here. So I thought we would go and test at least this area where we are basically now. I was wrong on the timing, so I bought here. Target was up here, 24 pips. And my stop was down here, 15 pips, again 125, around that. Unfortunately, I took a loss. And then later on, exactly the same trade, it would have won, but I didn't take this because I didn't see it. Otherwise, I would have taken it. It's the same trade, you know. You have a possible trend resumption, and you enter on a pullback to test an area where you think the market is going to go. But I was wrong on the timing, so I took a loss. So this is it for this video. I showed you my equity growth, my payouts, some of the trades. I explained them. I hope you got some value from it. And if you want to follow the journey, you can do it here or on Twitter.